I spent 48 hours grinding the new One Piece update in Anime Reborn to unlock all units, including the new powerful Ruffy Gear 4. Enjoy the grind, let's go. Anime Reborn, new update, let's go. According to the desk, we have a lot of new stuff. 3 new characters: Gravity Mage, String Mage, Fire Mage, and Agent Heart. And as always, I have no idea who they are. Ulquiorra questline, solo questline, not what we need. Okay, so we have a new story mode. Dressrosa, no legend stage, just story. But we're gonna go for it. Okay, time to check out the map. It looks relatively easy, quite simple. And I'm pretty sure it will be all beatable with one Sanjivu as always. We're gonna put the Sanjivu. And now we wait. And we as always have some flying units passing by, but gladly our shadows are hybrid. Yeah, our shadows kill everything they pass, no matter if it's ground or not. Really helpful on Sanjivu. So, and we have the first boss, who is called Boss. Alright. Sanjivu is broken as ever, not like the bleach units. Just a single Shadow Knight can already do 30k damage to him. And I neither have Rios or Yamo out. It's crazy, I love this unit. I will use him for every single update. And he's dead. Alright, see you when I'm done with the story. There is literally no reward whatsoever. The only thing you're doing is unlock challenges for this map. We also seem to have a new raid, but I was a bit confused because I tried to go in here, and here we have Ancient Dungeon and you know. And if we go right at the end, then here we have a new NPC, Luffy Gear 4. And he gives us a lot of evolution items, gives us trade crystals, 100 trade crystals. Okay, giant helmet. Okay, so we have a lot of evolution. Plus, we still have like 100 over there, and I think we still have 300 in the universal shop, right? 350 even. Okay, that's nice. They're really comfortable with rewards. Let's try out the new raid, I'd say. Then let's see what we have here. It's only one act. Is it only one act? Then let's see. We can get a new mythic unit here. All right, this... Oh my god. Okay, I have no idea how to handle this properly, but I guess putting Sanjivu here would be an option. The question is though, can I be fast enough? We'll need to see. What is my range? I mean, this would cover everything. It seems to be just one line so far. Come on, next wave. 3, 2, 1. Boom. And that's hopefully enough. It is. Okay, so that is the first, like, that's a good start. Okay, there's one unit coming over there. I have no idea how it works with 5 lanes, but I guess they just spawn on the lanes that you're killing stuff on. Then we'll put Rios here as well, so she can do damage and buff. Oh, we have things to choose from. More tokens, but enemy... I guess we go with health. I hope I won't regret it. Okay, putting a second Sanjivu, and we're putting Yamo. Oh, also I'm still not putting money units. Maybe I should do that here. I'm way too convinced with my own strength. So I'm seeing we have 30 waves here, but it's really satisfying to see so many shadows running around. It's always crazy if you just look at the range of Sanjivu. Oh my god. And he can already nuke. Oh, we have bombs here. What do the bombs do? I don't know what the bombs do, but I guess we have to kill them. Problem is how. When I can attack the small Sanjivus, try to place one next to the bombs. Okay, yeah, then I will remove one of the Rioses as well and put her here. But can I not? Could I do it with that? Could I nuke them? Okay, we gotta check real quick. Where's the last bomb? Where's the bomb? Oh, there! Alright. But so far, it seems like my shadow army is just dominating everything. I think the only thing that's annoying are the bombs. And just look at them. We have 150k DPS and bro is still growing. It's still the best unit in the game by far. And we have another bomb. And they seem to be spawning at the same positions though. So this one was there to begin with. And then these ones can be covered by him. Okay, they seem to spawn at the same positions. But the bosses are melting so fast. I think the bombs are the biggest threats. But if I just upgrade everything, then we're fine. Then the kill should be faster. But where's the blast bomb again? Is it in here? Oh, there. Lol. Okay, we did it. Belly coin, 1200. But do we actually not get another raid stage? Then I think we're gonna grind this a lot, right? Is that the grinding stage for the current update? Because we need all those evolution items. And the new unit, of course. Alright, then let's get into it. And so we returned with 114,000 currency. Enough to buy definitely some evolution items. Also, there, I said it before, is a new mythic unit that can drop with 1% chance. But I don't have any of them. I literally don't have any of them. I beat it always the same time. Always in the same way. It's also not about the stars, I guess. But I just didn't drop it. Interesting. However, I'd say we're gonna hit up the evolution tab and see what we can do here. So let's head into the evolutions. we have Fire Mage. It's our first evolution. Fire Mage goes into Fire Mage Flame. More attacks, more damage, more attacks, and more passives. Needs a Mirror Fruit. Getting the Mirror Fruit. Boom. Giving it to the Fire Mage. Oh, never mind. Wait, almost forgot something. Oh yeah, you can now also transfer your stats, by the way. But we're gonna go full in and give him some nice fancy stats here. S+ on speed, triple S on damage, and S+ on range. Yes, let's go. Fire Mage doesn't need any kills, just those things. So let's evolve him. Fire Mage Flame. There we have him. Ground unit fire, triple S. That's really nice. Question is, can we evolve him again? Nope. That's apparently not happening. Then I'd say we gonna check him out. We have Fire Mage Flame. That's what he has. 800, 9933. Of course, still needs to have food. And then we have 4-1 on 9933. Doesn't look that much. Let's see what he can do. Family Influence. Whenever Luffy is placed in a mage's range, he gains 25% damage and 10% range. Okay. Mage inflicts burn equal to 100% of his damage. Whenever Ruffy is placed, does that mean... Wait, can we evolve all of those now? Do those turn into like big people now? Is like, wait, how do we, wait, I think I don't have any of them. I don't have the standard units. That is indeed unfortunate. Okay, but why? I mean, we can evolve Sanji with Sanji's red. That's what we can do. Question is Ruffy in the banner right now? Because that interests me the most. Yeah, he is. Okay, so if we do a 10 pull, I'm almost certain we should get one, right? There we go. So let's see what Ruffy can do. Because that's probably the big one. Okay, Ruffy doesn't have an evolution? Wait, what? He really does not? Wait, he really does not. Everyone gets one, but he does not. I'm confused. Okay, then we need that. And we need Zoro's headband. Okay. We're gonna get Sanji's red. We're gonna get... headband. Then we're gonna do some evolutions. Of course not without proper re-rolling though. Sanji looks good. Means we're gonna evolve him to Sanji Chef. And there we have him. Sanji Chef. Question is, can we evolve him again? Seems so. We need Damage Cape to make him to Sanji Cook. Okay, I would like to know though. What do we have? We currently have Diable Jambe. On attack, Sanji inflicts enemy with burn. If they already have burn, instead he 35% more damage to them. Okay, cool. Interesting stats they got here. Let me see. 5 on 10, 35. Okay. Then we're gonna evolve him again. Double evolutions are always fun because it means we have a great chance of bringing everything to triple S. And here he is, Sanji Cook. Still not triple S. Alright. And has exactly the same stats? What? I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he has the same stats he had before. And he also still has the same ability. What changed? Did something change? Okay, Zoro looks good too. Here we have him, putting into Zoro Evo. And here we have him. We're gonna check the stats. Gonna feed first, and then we check. We currently have 3-8 on 5-9. That already looks a lot better than 5-5 on 10-5 if you ask me. What is Onigiri? This unit does 2 times guard dot damage to shield and boss enemies. Okay, nice. Can we evolve him again? Yes. Okay, what do we need for that? We need a purple sword to make him 0 purple. Okay. And it's time to hit him up to 0 purple. Let's hope that we get another stat increase. And there he comes. 0 purple. Oh, sorry, purple. S, triple S. Okay, more than we could do, I guess. But here again, 7-6 on 1174. That's quite low. Oh, not quite low, but he's quite, you know, slow. What I want to know, can we evolve him again? No. Alright, so next we're gonna do String Mage, I'd say. Who stays String Mage, just awakened. And for that we need Flamingo Shades. Okay. Quick check here, what you can do. Revenge. When a boss is on the map, String Mage gains 10% damage, 25% range, and 25% critical chance. Not bad. Flamingo Shades. And String Mage is also ready. Let's go. Gonna hit him. Evolve. String Mage awakened. 1-2 on 10-35. But without leveling, of course. Giving him what he needs. Now we have 5-8 on 10-35. Seems pretty similar to what we had with Fire Mage here. No, not a Fire Mage. We had the same. Who had 10-35? Someone had 10-35. Oh yeah, that is pretty similar. Okay, and here we have Revenge. That is that. Okay, and Off-White. When stunned, unit becomes temporarily immune to stun and does 50% damage for the next 5 seconds. Okay, he's supposed to get stunned. Also really nice values here. Alright. Especially with, like, the ability to transfer stats now. I don't know how it works, but I think it might be useful. What do we have next? We still have Gravity Mage and Agent Heart. What do we need for the Gravity Mage? Gravity Mage turns into Gravity Master. Okay. Does Gravity Mage currently have something? Blindness. Immune to debuffs, but has 5% to miss an attack. Okay. Gravity Mage looking real good. And so we're gonna bring him to Gravity Master. Here he is, 1-5 on 1088. Ay. His stats didn't increase at all. Time to feed him nonetheless. Okay, let's see. Now we have 7-3 on 1088. That seems to be one of the stronger ones. And we have gravitational impacts. Unit slows enemies. Slowed enemies take 50% more damage. Also buff dark units by 10%. Nice! More damage for Sanjivu. So we have a slower here who also is a buffer. Can't complain. And then last but not least we have Agent Heart, at least from the ones that we have. We're still missing the unit from the raid, but I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or if it actually just doesn't drop. That was fast and it's looking great. So let's see if we can raise it to triple S. Damn, Shiny Mercury looks awesome, but that's not what I'm looking for. I need the Agent Heart. There we go. Going back real quick. We're checking certain precision. Every kill grants Sentinel stacks. At maximum stacks, it gives Sentinels 10% permanent damage. Every stack grants 0.1% damage. Okay, nice. So let's go Sentinel Heart. And here we have a 1-1 on 9-9. At least a little bit faster than the others so far. Can't be evolved again. Okay, let's check him out. We're gonna feed him real quick. Boop. And then we are back. 5-3 on 9-9. Interesting. Let's see what Scalper does. For every unit that is in range, Sentinel gains 1% damage, caps at 5, and minus 1% SPA, caps at minus 5%. So these stats will slightly change just from the start. He looks interesting, but so far I'm not seeing anything too broken. But we'll see if that changes. We still have more evolution items, and I don't know where to put them if I'm completely honest. Because like we already evolved Sanji. I mean, we have Mihawk here. Is that a new item? No, right? That is... Mihawk was probably evolved before that, right? So we use Damage Cape. We have Marrow Fruit, Orpe Fruit, Sinji's Red, Gravity Cane, Flamingo Shades, and Purple Sword, and Headband. The only thing that's missing is Giant Helmet, and I assume that this is needed to evolve whatever comes out of here. But I don't know who that is. One Piece character. Oh, wait. Wait, how's the update called? Okay, apparently this is the Dressrosa Arc. Okay, let me see. One Piece Dressrosa Arc. We have Forgitora, which is probably the Gravity Mage. Then we have Don Flamingo, which might be the String Mage. We have Sabo. Wait, Sabo looks like Sanji. But I'm not sure. Then we have Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah, okay. But we can't do anything with him. Then we have Zoro. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, he is Sanji. Okay. Windsmoke Sanji. Then we have Pika. Oh, it could be Pika. Let me see. One Piece Pika. Yeah, he at least has the helmet. It could be him, yeah. So we're looking for Pika. Fighting all these raids and my depression for 2 days finally brought me back in a state where I'm willing to record. So here we are. Let's go. We have our new units. From what I remember, we even have 2 of them meanwhile, because yeah, when I had them the first time, I really wasn't motivated to grind. And yeah, this guy definitely looks like Pika, but it indeed is Ruffy. And Ruffy, now with that, of course, also has an evolution and a skill. Unit gains attack speed by 5%, capped at 20% for each unit inside his range. Also slows enemies and never slower. This could be nice. Okay, then I'd say we're gonna roll it. So that's looking alright, even if it took way too many keys. And here we go to evolve him. What do we need? 18 stars each, 25 of the orange stars and 5 rainbow stars. That's quite a lot, but we're getting our first secret unit. If we're just getting Giant Helmet, and of course we're gonna do that. So we're getting the helmet. We can also get stars here, by the way. That is also quite nice. And they're not expensive given how many I have. Oh, we can also get frost keys here. That is good because I used way too many. However, Giant Helmet. Then I'd say it's time. 20% damage, new attacks, passive. We're gonna get Ruffy Gear 4. I don't know if Gear 5 is also planned. That was the last thing that people were hyped about, if I remember right. What the hell is with that? What the hell is that face that's coming here? Anyway, he's probably the biggest unit, isn't he? He comes with 1, 2, 9, 9, 29. At least triple S and double his stats, okay? We feed him, putting it all. Boop. Now he's 60. And now we're having 5-8 or 9-9. Also not the craziest so far. Let me see here. Perfect Haki, sorry. Hits ignore break shields from enemies, dealing damage towards them instantly. Ooh. Ooh, okay, valuable. And now we're finally getting to the point that can also be really expensive. We're getting to the traits. Okay, we have 1500 rerolls. Question is, do we reroll them first or do we try them first to compare the damage? But I kind of want to roll them. But it's still problematic to get like Paladin or Mythical. But at least on this one, it really interests me how much damage they will do. Especially because it costs like 1400. That's almost as much as the Monarch. I think we will roll Ruffy at least. Secret trait. What do we have? Paladin. Okay, I keep that. Now we have 73099. I see. Let me compare it with the Sanjavus. So the normal one currently has 1.4k with Miracle. And this one has 740. Ah, okay. But he has the buffs on top. Of course, this one has 2.7k. But we will see how strong they become. It's also a ground unit, by the way. So I was like, unequivocal. Okay, due to space restraints, I decided we're gonna go with our low ones first. All of them look nice, but we'll see what they can do. What I can see here is most of them cost 1000. So putting them at the start to defend us is not the worst idea. We're gonna remove those and we start testing out. We start with Zoro, who starts at 8-7. Now we're gonna upgrade him a little bit. Should have removed all of them immediately. Why is he not attacking anymore? I'm cooked. Okay, now he does. Alright, one sec. Okay, so now look at Zoro. His first ability, once he spawns, looks the following. Okay, quite simple. Oops. Yeah, but we can upgrade him to upgrade 4, then it's billionfold. Still ground, by the way. Damn, that looks a lot cooler. Let's do it again. Whoop. Goes through the shields. That's quite nice. Breaks enemy shields instantly. I didn't even read that. But maybe I did, but it was like days ago. But yeah, he breaks shields instantly. That is quite nice. Then we can upgrade him to 6 paths. Makes him still ground. And that looks like this. Okay, adding an explosion. And also exploding by it, okay. And that's about it. 42k is his max. 6.5 seconds wind unit on ground only. That's always a downer, honestly. I'm barely using any units that's on the ground. But let's keep going with our fire mage here. I'm gonna remove him and start with him. He has an attack of 10.35. Special ability Birdcage. Swing Mage attacks every enemy on the map 15 times, dealing 1% of their enemy's max health each hit. So 300 seconds cooldown. Okay, that is nice. That's quite nice. So what do you do for a normal attack? Okay, nice. We're gonna try out the string thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's only 15% damage, effectively, but on bosses, I think that's still something. So, then we're gonna upgrade him to Pillar Eruption and Hybrid. That is important. Okay, what does Pillar Eruption do? Pillar Eruption looks like this whenever he uses it. Okay, not too crazy, but it's alright. Then we have String Threads. What is he gonna do with the String Threads now? Okay, that is effectively the same thing he had at the start, I think. And then we go with Birdcage. Birdcage is his last skill. Oh, okay, that is at least a cool animation. Not too tiring for the eyes, I guess. 73 damage on 675, which is a damage of 7k. All right, that is decent. So let's move on to the next. We have the time, like Gravity Master, not time. Gravity Master, and Gravity Master throws some rocks onto his targets. Unless we upgrade him, then he will start to throw meteor strikes and goes into hybrid. The second one going hybrid finally. Here you have also seen the first attack again. But a second attack is probably more impressive. Let's see, Meteor Strike. Oh, okay, yeah, there's indeed a flying meteor. Okay, that is cool. Then we have Meteor Shower. What's gonna happen here? Oh, okay, really cool animations, that's for sure. Not the strongest unit, of course, but really cool animations. Okay, that's his max. 43 on 6.8, another hybrid unit, at least dark. So he could be part of the setup with Yamo and all the others. Immune to debuff, but has 5% to miss an attack, and unit slows enemy slows. Okay, yeah, that's alright. Quite low attacks there, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, actually not so low. He also is at 6k DPS. You should always check this value, by the way, guys. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Below the character window, you have a value that's called DPS. It doesn't matter what it says here. It doesn't matter what it says here, what it says here. This is what matters. This is the effective damage dealt. And this is 6k. And people were confused when I was comparing the characters to Sanjin Vu, because they didn't understand how it works. They just see their high damage value and think like, hey, my character is super strong. But they're not. Their damage is still ass. So keep that in mind, guys. The DPS value is important. So, we've just seen Sanji. Sanji's first move. We're gonna upgrade him to Conquest Crush and see what is gonna happen now. Oh, okay. That's nice. Then we go on Kick Barrage. By the way, he's still ground. He probably will stay ground. But he's a burner. Burner's also not bad. Yeah, you can see all of them burning, which is especially good if they have shields. Also, the animation looked quite alright, I'd say. We're gonna see it again. Yeah, just a big fireball. And that's it. 44. Goes on 6.66k DPS. No trade, though. Yeah, keep in mind, we're testing all of them without a trade currently. That's what we have to keep in mind. So we can basically calculate ×3, right? So we have 18 to 21k DPS currently on our units. And we get rid of Sanji again, and we go to Sentinel. Oh, Sentinel starts looking cool right off the bat. Alrighty, we want to see that again. Has the Room ability. Sentinel uses his powers to summon a massive room, dealing 10 times damage to all enemies on the map. Okay, similar to, I think, Sanjin Wu, but with a way higher global city, like 500 seconds? Wow. Okay, we will see what that will do. We will upgrade to the second ability, which is Tact. And what does Tact do? I'm not sure if that was Tact already. What is Scalpel, by the way? For every unit in Sentinel's range can... oh yeah, that thing. Oh, actually, it's the same. Alright, then Room. What does Room do? The same? Just longer? I think it's the same attack over and over again. Okay, but however, we are 45k, we're barely 7k DPS, and we have that ability, which does a big explosion. Okay, another nuker, not bad. And that's so far all what those mythic units can provide. Like I said here, we have 8k currently. We can, of course, make her stronger. Because, you know, because they get buffs for having people by their side. So, for every unit, boom, in the range, boop. And now we have more damage. Now we have 46. Did I really do so much? I could swear we were at 8. But however, now we're at like 21k DPS if you would have Miracle, I'd say. Bare, straight up like 300% added. That's how we're gonna go out and go to the main attraction of this video. We're gonna take Ruffy Gear 4. I really wonder if they add Gear 5 as well. Okay, Sanjin Wu was defending us from the hordes of mobs, but now it's time to test Ruffy. Ruffy spawns with a DPS of 1.5k as a ground unit, with his 2 abilities, one of them being a shield breaker. So let's see what he can do. Okay, interesting. Let's level him up. He also gets the buff from Paladin from time to time. And his next skill is King Kong Impact. So with stage 4, he becomes hybrid. That is really important. I would be disappointed if our secret unit wouldn't be hybrid. Let's see what it does. Oh, okay. Animation-wise, pretty decent. What I expected from, from a secret. That is quite nice. Okay, let's keep upgrading him. Now we have King Kong Gun. Oh, that's also nice. I think this is the new one already, but we're gonna see it again. And here it comes. Yeah, that is the King Kong Gun. Okay, we keep upgrading him. 9 is his max. 8 or 9 is his max. And we are at 113k at 6.7. This is 16k of DPS. Let's say on Miracle, it would be double as much, because his place limit is 1 anyway. And then we would be at 32k. 32k is not that bad. I mean, we can upgrade Sanjin Wu really quick. In comparison, he's at 37k. And of course, our Monarch. Yeah, we don't need to compare Monarch. Monarch is a monster. I guess no chance here. He's not even fully done. And he's already at 40. So it's decent. It's nice that he's a shield breaker. That is really important. And we are also getting more. We're getting more. Let me put Rias into this, because he needs units in his range. We can do this. We're gonna put Yamo too, just to give him additional units, because he's getting more. Yeah, that already makes him faster. And then we're gonna wait till he is fully buffed. And then we see how strong he can be. Okay, I guess we reached his full power. We now have 142 and 439, giving it 32. Okay, now it's 40. But it was 32k DPS. Given that it would be like somewhat double, we would have about 50 to 60k DPS on Luffy. Together with being a shield breaker, together with being a slower, that is actually quite helpful. Like, he's not as strong as, I can only say it over and over again. As Sun Jinwoo, those are the monsters of this game now, and there's nothing that can beat them. However, he will be really useful, right? As a slower, as a shield breaker in one thing, together with still doing damage. Like 4 AS is not even bad. The only bad thing for me, of course, is that he's fierce, just because of my setup. But to be honest, with any tournament that is not like that is maybe bad for darkness, he will be definitely a good idea to place. Yeah, not gonna lie, especially if there's a fierce buff event, he can do a lot.